the most dangerous island in the world. Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. Today we'll be telling a true story that happened in the USA. Be sure to stick around until the end of the video to find out why this island is considered to be the most dangerous one in the entire world. So without further ado, let's get started. The incident took place on April 1964, when a group of students at the University of California set sail from San Diego on a yacht named the Wild Goose. Their destination was the coveted Catalina Island, located about 22 miles off the coast of Los Angeles. The students had decided to go on this trip for spring break and were excited to spend some time sailing and enjoying the beautiful waters of the Pacific Ocean. They also planned to stay on the island for 2 nights before returning home. The yacht's captain, 37-year-old Donald Harvey Crocker, was an experienced sailor who had captained the boat on numerous occasions. He had all the necessary certifications required to take passengers out to sea, and his vessel was equipped with all the necessary safety features. The weather was perfect, the crew was experienced, and there was nothing that could possibly go wrong, or so they thought. As the yacht approached Catalina Island, Crocker decided to take the crew on a tour of the famous Crystal Cove before dropping anchor for the night. He explained to the students that strong winds often swept through the cove, making it dangerous for inexperienced sailors. However, he assured them that he knew the area well and would take them out to a safe spot, where they could enjoy the beautiful scenery without any danger. The students agreed, and the yacht sailed into the cove. As soon as the yacht entered the cove, the wind began to pick up, making the water choppy and the sail difficult to manage. Crocker, however, remained calm and told the students that this was normal for the area and not to worry. He expertly maneuvered the yacht through the choppy waters, keeping it away from the rocks and cliffs that lined the cove. The students, while initially nervous, began to relax as they realized that Crocker really knew what he was doing. As the sun began to set, Crocker dropped anchor and the students got ready to spend the night on the island. They had planned to camp out on the beach, and so they set up tents and made preparations for a night under the stars. The students enjoyed the beautiful scenery, the sound of the waves crashing against the shore, and the company of their new friends. They roasted marshmallows over a bonfire and told stories, completely oblivious to the danger that lurked just beyond the shore. As the night wore on, the wind outside the cove began to grow stronger. The waves started crashing against the rocks with more force, and the sound of the wind became more eerie. The students, snuggled up in their tents, tried to ignore the sounds of the night. They had been warned about the strong winds, and so they had anchored the tents securely and made sure that they were tucked away safely. In the morning, the students woke up to the sound of crashing waves and the sight of a churning sea. They unzipped their tents to see that the wind had picked up significantly overnight. The once beautiful cove was now a raging storm, and the yacht was being tossed around like a toy in a bathtub. Crocker, ever the experienced sailor, remained calm and reassured the students that everything was under control. He explained that the storm was only temporary and that it would pass soon enough. He instructed the students to stay away from the windows and to hold on to anything they could to keep themselves steady. As the storm raged on, the students huddled together in the cabin of the yacht, trying to keep themselves busy to distract from the scary sounds of the wind and the waves. They played card games and told jokes, but their laughter was drowned out by the noise of the storm. Crocker, meanwhile, was busy at the helm, battling the wind and the waves to keep the yacht afloat. He adjusted the sails and tightened the ropes, all the while keeping a sharp lookout for any signs of trouble. Hours passed, and the storm showed no signs of abating. The students began to panic as they realized that they were in grave danger. They had never experienced a storm at sea before, and the rocking and swaying of the yacht was making them feel queasy. Some of them started vomiting, and others couldn't help but cry out in fear as the yacht was tossed around by the waves. Crocker, seeing that the students were scared, did his best to reassure them. He told them to close their eyes and imagine that they were safe on land, far away from the raging sea. He sang songs and told stories to keep their minds off the danger that surrounded them, and slowly but surely, the students began to calm down. And then, just as suddenly as it had started, the storm abated, the wind died down, the waves calmed, and the clouds parted to reveal a bright blue sky. The students, exhausted but relieved, emerged from the yacht to be greeted by the sight of a beautiful rainbow over the calm sea. They had survived the worst of the storm and were now safe. They wasted no time in getting back to shore. They packed up their things and raced back to the beach where they had camped the night before. As they stood on the shore watching the yacht being pulled back to the safety of the harbor, they couldn't help but feel a sense of relief and gratitude. They had survived the most dangerous storm of their lives, and they were grateful to be alive. From that day forward, the students never forgot their experience on Catalina Island. It was a reminder of the unpredictable nature of the sea and the importance of being prepared for anything. They also learned the value of staying calm in the face of danger and the power of human resilience. The story of the yacht that was almost lost in the storm off the coast of Catalina Island serves as a warning to all sailors to be prepared for the unexpected. Even in the most beautiful and tranquil of places, danger can lurk around the corner. So what makes this island the most dangerous one in the world? Well, aside from the unpredictable weather, which can turn calm waters into raging storms in a matter of hours, the island is also home to a number of dangerous marine creatures. From sharks to jellyfish, the waters around Catalina Island are not for the faint of heart. In addition to the dangerous wildlife, the island itself is also full of hazards. The cliffs and rocks can be treacherous to navigate, and even a small slip can have fatal consequences. The terrain is also very rugged and uneven, making it easy to get lost or injured. Furthermore, the island is very remote, and getting help can be a daunting task if something goes wrong. This, combined with the fact that the weather can change rapidly, makes for a very dangerous combination. So if you're planning on visiting Catalina Island, be sure to be prepared. Be aware of your surroundings, and don't take any unnecessary risks. With a little caution, you can have a great time exploring this beautiful and fascinating island. Well, that's all for today's story. We hope you enjoyed this episode of Top 5 Scary Islands. If you did, please be sure to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel so you never miss an upload. We also have a podcast that you can check out at our website. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.